What up? What up? Thanks for joining. I am Vibe Coding, part two of our Neighbors app. This app essentially is, hold on. This app essentially is like to get to know your neighbor without going to like Facebook Marketplace, um, Nextdoor app. I intentionally built it to like eliminate all the like FUD and like the negative things that happen in groups. So it's heavily moderated using AI agent for the most part, and um, it's essentially for you to meet your neighbors. I don't know if you guys remember back in the day, on the East Coast, we had a hotline. It was like a chat line, but you can be anonymous in this app. You can be anonymous, or you can actually have um, actual like presence if you want. So the first step I did, uh, if you see over here on my other screen, um, so it has a dark and light mode, of course, pretty typical and standard. And it's a very simple platform. It has about 7 rooms or chat rooms that users can go into and actually just connect with their neighbors. I do have it geo fenced, so that way it's based off your location. So you just can't join any group chat, if that makes any sense. And right now, I'm at the point, started as just a simple website, the first like part one, and now it's turned into a PWA, progressive web application, to where you can download it to your desktop or your phone if you don't want the app. And I'm going to wrap it in a capacitor and basically create a mobile version as well. So that's where I'm at right now. But while I got you guys here, we'll do a quick walkthrough so you can actually check it out. It's pretty cool. Um, right. Also, right now, I have just mock data. I haven't done any backend stuff yet, and that's what I'm gonna work on today. So usually when I build my apps, I usually like to do front end only first, just to get a good feel to see if it makes sense, to be a usable app. So uh, the cool thing is the landing page is super basic. I'm I don't go crazy on landing pages. I think it's just the user functionality that is super important. Um, so yeah, when you come here, the guidelines basically pop up. Our neighbor is intentionally designed to foster positive interactions and real connections. Unlike neighborhood apps, we're not about crime reports or surveillance. We're about hosting, celebrating your community, and building meaningful relationships with people who live around you. And I think the another part is, um, a lot of people don't know who their neighbors are. Especially if you live in like an apartment building, you may not even know anyone on your floor, or you may. So hopefully this is to like help break the ice for people. Um, because most people stay in a house, and some people have kids, some people don't have kids. Um, so this is kind of like the icebreaker for your community, to get involved and know your neighbor. So I'm gonna just let me sign out and do official onboarding. Let's go back to here. And right now I'm just running in my local host, but for my builds, I do like to use Netlify to host and just use the repo to essentially connect straight to the website, if that makes sense. All right, so let's start for free. Simple process. We're just going to put Okay, I know what I want to do. Um, I want to add a view password. At this point, I'm not even going to try to do like retypes. I think the AI is smart enough to know what you mean. Um, and we live in a day and time where speed is everything. So I'm not going to be so critical on myself when I am typing. I am dyslexic, so you know I do see and read things different than the average person who isn't dyslexic. Um, so yeah, I feel like I find myself retyping a lot, and yeah, just stop doing that. So right now, I just asked the agent to build an eye icon for the password um, input field. It's always nice to have to see what you typed. Let me just do like a sample. Blake Pack, what up? Thanks for joining and disappearing. Also need to change at least 6 carrier. Okay. Sometimes you definitely got to be more detailed on where you want the icon. Well, with anything, there you go. So I guess it was creating it first. To the login, okay. Yeah, these agents are getting super ill. Do I like that? Okay, that's cool. So it has 2 different modes, light and dark. Feeling the light mode right now. All right, so the build is done. CSS, styling, password, wrapper, toggle both. The eye icon will toggle hidden and eye off. Okay, perfect. Perfect. All right, so let's go ahead and create an account. Just going to do a generic. And again, on the back end, it will be geo-fenced. So I need to figure out how to show that. We need a verification. Okay, so on onboarding. Create, I guess it's a function, create feature or function to this is the word I'm looking for. Determine users location, exact location. I guess let's ask first. And again, I wasn't sure if when you ask, does it still take up your tokens? I think it does. Someone who's smarter than me, let me know. When you essentially ask the agent, does it take tokens to do so? I think it does. Not too sure. To answer this well, I'm going to look how your current app grabs location. There's already a get current location. Okay, that's cool. Then I'll suggest single function API call capacitor. Okay. And much respect to people who actually went to school for this to learn how to do this. This is intense. Your onboarding already calls get current position. Okay. Geofencing, don't do it and react. For real geofencing. Background typically. Geofence. Okay. Define fences. Radius. Privacy avoid storing raw coordinates. Term unless truly needed. If you tell me whether geofence is meant A or B. Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. So it says privacy avoid storing raw coordinates long term unless truly needed. For many features, you can store a course location. Okay. That works. Feature. It's maybe a button to confirm location. Sorry if I'm sniffling a lot. I'm working through something here. So usually I type and then I just drop in a screenshot to, I guess, further elaborate on the question or idea that I have. And then I'll send it through. Crystal, thanks for pulling up. All right, let's see what it says. I'll point you to what you already have, the location outline, confirm my location, feature button backend, reverse geocode. That will replace the manual. Okay, I like that. What feature exists right now on the pinpoint location you already have across platform, get my GPS coordinates feature, web native, okay? Instead of zip code, use a confirm location button. That feature should to replace the manual zip. Okay. On the client side, use my location, confirm my location. I like that. One critical note, pinpoint exact. You can't guarantee exact, but you can require good enough. That's good to know. Recommendation, best UI. Show my location button, fallback. Okay, store. So we're going to implement that. Hey, Leather. Joseph, thanks for pulling up and disappearing. Implement that. Cheyenne, thank you for pulling up. I'm creating a neighborhood app, not like Facebook. something that's more positive, that doesn't show crime and ring camera crime and stealing packages. This is more so get to know your neighbors in a way that it's fun, it's light, and pretty simple. And I'm on like the second phase. Well, I guess the first phase was the idea, ChatGPT and Claude, brainstorming. I built the website first, and then I moved from a website to a PWA, and that's a progressive web app, so that users can download it to their desktop or their phone. And now I am cleaning up the UI. I usually build the front end first before tackling the back end. Smart guy once told me you build the front end first, the functionalities and the features, and then when it's time to route the back end, it has a lot of data to pull from. So that's just my workflow. And right now I'm working on the onboarding form for the user. It's a very simple app. Also need a logo. I feel like logos are essential. They're clean. I need to design one. I'll work on that today. Use my location. I like that. It's clean. And the radius shouldn't be 10 miles. Do a mile radius. So I have it update. Neighbor. So let's see what the agent did. Okay. Mapbox. I love Mapbox. I love their UI. How it works now, the user clicks use my location. The app requests GPS permission, gets precise coordinates, waits for 200 milliseconds, calls the backend to reverse the geocode. Okay. Shows boom, 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 boom. User can proceed. Oh, I think that's also a good thing. I need to age restrict it. This feature is fully functional with mock data backend. I wonder if having like a, what's up, Andre? Thanks for pulling up. I wonder if having a like Lentz. Hey, Lentz. Thanks for joining. I wonder if having a kids version, maybe teenager version, like a teen room, would be applicable. It's kind of risky. I think it should just be 18, maybe 21 plus. because I think having restrictions is very, very, very important. Age, age requirement, not limit, requirement. All right, let's see what it did. I see I've switched back to ask mode. Let me summarize. Bro, did you implement it? Changes made. Remove the radius completely, yes. Set fixed hyperlocal radius, 0.5 miles, that's perfect. Onboard inform, remove the radius button, set fixed radius, update. So it'll say connect with neighbors on your street, and yeah, that's important. What this means, half-mile radius is perfect for hyper-local neighborhoods. It covers about 2 to 4 city blocks in each direction. Your intermediate street plus surrounding streets. Typical walk-in distance. I like that. So I'm gonna have it update the copy as well. Edelman, how you doing? I'm vibe coding a neighborhood app. Unlike Facebook group or Nextdoor, I'm eliminating Ring camera activity, stolen packages, theft, and all that. This app is just going to be more light and fun to get to know your neighbors, not the negative stuff that we normally see on neighborhood apps. All right, so I'm gonna have it. Yeah, so right now I'm asking a question. Would it be good to set an age requirement in the app? So I created the website first, moved to a PWA, and I just did the front end first before I did any back end development. And now I'm just working on the onboarding right now, so it's clean and simple. And then I already wrapped it using Capacitor, so that way I can make it an Android and an Apple iOS app. All right, so let's see. See what they say. Yes, setting an age requirement is highly recommended for your neighborhood app, like our neighbors. Here's why and what to consider. Legal requirements, COPPA, U.S. law, must be 13 plus at minimum in U.S. Children Privacy Act. Okay, apps collecting personal data from under 13 require parental consent. Violations carry steep fines. Yep, we want to make sure we're protected there. Practical reasons for age requirements. Recommend 18 plus, real world meetups. Your app facilitates in-person events and connections. Direct messaging between, local sharing, unsupervised interactions. Yep. With restrictions, could allow teens with parental linkage, restrict, no DMs. Yep. What other similar apps do? Nextdoor 18, Facebook. Ooh, Facebook does 13 plus. Yikes. Meetup. Okay. So implementation recommendation, option 1, 18 plus. Pros, clean, simple, minimum. Yeah, definitely not 13. Okay, so we're going to have the agent just create what they recommend for the age restriction. I love that. I didn't even think about that when I first started. All right, yes. And essentially, a little bit of background about me. I didn't go to school from coding. I initially got into code through NFTs in 2020, built an NFT project. And from there, I was highly intrigued on learning how to code. Um, and of course, MySpace back in the day, early HTML stuff. But now, since she's the beginning of 2024, I've really been in my zone creating apps, and the tools are just getting better, faster, and we're living in an era where you can go from idea to product market like real quick. So yeah, I love it. Plus I'm a creative, so I like just creating stuff. All right, so we're going to have the agent, we're going to roll with their recommendations and update the copy on the site is essential. And I encourage people, man, take ideas. There's no original ideas at this point. Frequency travels. It's just when it hits you, that's when you take advantage of it. So yeah, if you like this app, take it, rebuild it for your neighborhood, make it better. Yeah. Also, terms, private policy. Negligence. Good luck spelling that. Fine. Information. So right now I'm having the agent to update the copy on the website to essentially ensure that the message is clear. I think that's essential to have a clear message for your users. So I'm focusing on that part right now. Let's see. And I just incorporated an age restriction. You must be 18 plus to use the app. Definitely got to make sure the app is mobile friendly as well. Well, I'm creating an app, actual mobile app anyway, so we can polish that part last. Do I have, I think I do have the domain for this right now. So the agent right now is building the private policy and the terms of service. Um, just get that done. I don't like how the form is so long. Oh, perfect. Our neighbors. Perfect. Screen without scrolling. Want to thank you guys for joining and just kicking it and vibe coding. I hope you are working on your own project and your own endeavors as we enter this AI age. Create as much as you can, man, as much as your budget can allow in your time, and just build. Set this up for your grandkids, essentially. All right, so our terms and agreements are pretty much done. Disclaimer, warranties. Let's see. Our neighbors.app. I think our neighbors.app. Yeah, I think we're going to roll with that. Our neighbors.app. So we have our neighbors.co. Perfect. So right now I'm having the agent create a, did I say no scroll? Oh, no scroll. Yeah, that looks tacky. No, not noun. No. Two pages if needed. Two mod to like make it it was supposed to be super quick to just log in, turned into 4 other things. And I think that's what happens with vibe coding is you start somewhere and then you just start building on that idea. I think I need to like write down a list of stuff I want to tackle first and then the add-on stuff after, because you fix one thing and then a boatload of other things that could be fixed pop up and you start working on that. So yeah. Got about 20 more minutes on that. Appreciate y'all for tuning in on Twitter. That's pretty cool. I appreciate y'all. I love Twitter. Twitter was the reason that I got into coding. Once again, I don't have any formal training or I didn't go to school for this. just an entrepreneur, creative, got into coding, using, what was that? What platform do you use? Is it Candy Machine to build on Solana? It was a project I built on Solana back in the day in 2020. I used Hashlip's repo to actually build an NFT set, and it was really cool. Like, took me mad long to do it, but I was determined to do it, and that kind of like kicked off my journey with vibe coding. So what you guys are looking at now, let me just go back to the main screen so you can check it out. I've been on this screen for a while, but I am creating a neighborhood app, essentially to not compete with Facebook or Neighbor Next Door, but just to put my own twist to it. The purpose of the app is to it's intentionally designed to foster positive interactions and real connections. Unlike other neighborhood apps, we're not about crime reports or surveillance, aka ring cameras. We're about celebrating your community and building meaningful relationships with the people who live around you. And I think that whole art of knowing your neighbor is it like dwindled, from the 70s, where people were hyperactive in their community and involved in their community. Not saying communities now aren't involved. I just know, like, from my experiences, communities can be very cold. You know what I mean? So this is the icebreaker to get to know your people. I'll jump into the rooms, the chat rooms and everything, so you can get a good feel of what it looks like. I was just working on the onboarding, and the AI agent just cleaned up a lot of stuff. So hit refresh. So yeah, vibe coding is my jam, man. I love it. I love to create. I love to just take ideas that I get and just build them. All right, so we're going to build, and it also has dark mode. I don't like let me change this real quick. Just start a new, we'll keep it there. For dark mode, forms, make, input. I'm gonna use this color. I really like this color, 2727, with white text. So yeah, I am just a kid from the inner city, super dyslexic, that creates. And before, like, this type of stuff like wasn't possible until we got access to AI. So I'm grateful for AI. I use it as a tool, not manipulation. And I learn from it as I go. It's not just punch and go. So this is probably my 10th PWA that I've built that is functional. This one is in demo mode right now, simply because I haven't ran any backend yet. And for backend, I usually use Supabase. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is connecting the front to the back. All right, perfect. Yes, that looks way better. All right, so we're going to create an account. I still don't like this form. This form is way too long. So yeah, shout out to everyone that's checked in on Twitter. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. If you have any suggestions, man, just drop them in the chat. Let me know. Give me some insight on what you use, how you do it. I think, do I want to hop off of? Yeah, TikTok's super dry. This TikTok, I gotta keep working on that. But I was told by a wise person, go where you are wanted, and continue to foster that. So right now I'm just having an agent not make this form more compact, because right now you see you have to scroll, and people are lazy nowadays, so just want to make it simple and easy process for it to for onboarding. Let's go here. I guess while we're doing that, community guidelines. Okay, I need to probably push the repo. So for my sites, I like to use Netlify to host the site. Essentially, just create a repo, a repository using GitHub, and then connect the deploy to Netlify. That's just how I like to work. I don't know if it's easy or better. I just found out that works for me. And yes, okay, here we go. We have a more compact form that has a next. I think I should move the next button in the center. Oh, perfect. It read my mind that quick. For adults 18 plus. So those who just joined, I created a neighborhood app to not compete with Facebook groups or any of that, or neighbor next door. This app is intentionally for like positive vibes, like good vibes. So it's heavily moderated to not allow people to report theft and just a whole bunch of negative stuff. You guys know what happens in groups. So it's pretty fun. It's super light. I started out with the website, moved over to a PWA. I'm just cleaning up the onboarding before I officially wrap it and focus on the back end for the data and everything. So right now we're just working on the onboarding, but this looks good though. I'm gonna rock out with the light mode for now. Password. Just make sure everything is functioning correctly. And once again, I usually like to just build the front end first. So when it's time to connect the back end, I have all my data points, and it makes the back end creation much easier. Okay, so we're gonna hit next, use my location. Okay, so we'll just put in zip code. So the cool thing is you can have your you can use your name, or you can display anonymously. But the caveat with being anonymous, you have to like build trust within your community to go public, if that makes any sense. All right, so we're not going to go anonymous on this one. Sign up. So the next screen is the avatar. So for avatars, I kind of made it like a dating app where you can choose, you can swipe on your avatar. And this looks a little funky right now, but this was just the idea I had. So you can choose your avatar, And this is where the NFT, love kicked in for me, where, you have the PFP as your avatar. And these avatars, I use Dice Bear. So if you it's a free platform. Just uses the API. I don't know how customizable you can make it on Dice Bear, but I just like to use it. So yeah, it's just select your PFP. I have 92. Dice Bear is fire. I just want to find the one that I want to use. Oh, this one's cool. Looks like he's in a hospital gown. So you select this one, and then the next step is you select a background. Oh, yeah. So that's the other part. Doing onboarding, you can't go back. Like, so what you select is what you select right now. What color do I want, bro? Like that purple. That purple is fire. Let's go blue. All right, so we got our avatar. We hit next. Welcome to a different kind of neighborhood app. Our Neighbors is built on connection, celebration, and community, not surveillance. That's going to be the tagline. What we're all about: organized block parties and meetups, sharing local events and activities, getting recommendations and advice, welcoming new neighbors, lending, borrowing tools and supplies, and creating community wins. What the app is not: it's not Nextdoor 2.0. No crime watch posts. Not for reporting break-ins, theft, or vandalism. Not for gossiping or talking negatively. Not for political debates or devised content. Not for spam. I need to add not for conspiracy theory, because people love to do that. And I'm a heavy conspiracy theorist. Let me put my air quotes up. But I think when you are building community and you talk to people, you already get a feel of who is what, if they are, whatever side they're on, whatever their viewpoints are. You get to know that about them through conversation. So as far as the app goes, we don't want any of that. And I probably need to add that. I don't know how it can monitor conspiracy theory. All right, so I agree to keep Our Neighbors a positive, uplifting space and following the community guidelines. I've already read them, but of course, when people join, they will have to read them. Okay. So it's kind of already in like mobile form, which is cool. All right, so where do you call home? Okay, connect with neighbors on your street and your community. So this part is, it gives you another option to use your location. So we're going to, and I created 3 different categories. How long have you lived here? So if you just moved in, that's less than 6 months. I've been here for a while, 6 months to 2 years, and seasoned local, 2 years plus. So we're just going to go just moved in. So I ask you again, how would you like to participate? Public profile, which is your full name and avatar visible. You're able to create events, send DMs immediately, and build reputation faster. So great for making connections quickly. So going public is essentially doxing yourself in NFT terms. Or you can go ghost mode, private protected identity, chat and give kudos. And I'll show you guys what kudos is in a second. Unlock full features by earning 20 kudos. And it tells you here what are kudos. Neighbor gives kudos to helpful, positive community members, earning 20 kudos, usually 2 or 3 weeks, proves you're a trusted neighbor, and it unlocks all the features. So if you, everyone starts out on an even playing field, and if you choose to go ghost mode, it takes a little bit longer to like be able to unlock the features. Okay, so we're going to go public. Now this one, I haven't seen this one yet. Oh yes I have. So this is basically choosing your interest points, and these are essentially the chat rooms or the circles, whatever you want to call it. I need to figure out what I want to call it. New neighbors, intros, just moved here, and questions. Then you have families, parents in schools, kids activities, singles, other singles in the neighborhood. You have game night, board games, video games, watch parties, arts and crafts. You have the community here, pet parents, pet questions, meetups, recommendations, the book club. Shout out to all the book club members. I think this will be super fun. Artists and music. And here's another thing. I am a creative all around. Wouldn't consider myself a artist, musician, but I do DJ as a hobby. And, you know, I think this part for your local is super important, man. Know who your local artists are, support them, you know, and this isn't just liking a video on Instagram. Go to their freaking shows, show up, drop $1 or $2 and support your local artists. And then foodie, recipes, restaurants, cooking tips. So it kind of has everything you need for your neighborhood. If I'm missing anything, just let me know. Drop a comment in the chat so I know what's up. All right, so I'm interested, since I'm new to the neighborhood. I'm gonna go game night and food. You can select up to 5, and minimum just 1, but I'm doing 3. So it says you're all set. We've added you to 3 communities based on your interests. All right, so new neighbors, game night, foodies. Earn kudos by being a good neighbor. Help others organize events, be active in community, earn kudos. With 20 plus kudos, you can create your neighborhood event. So I set a limit to where if you get 20 kudos, I probably should reevaluate how often you can give kudos. Pardon me. So we're going to hit continue. Meet your neighbors in real life. No upcoming events. Okay, cool. So that's fire. So once you get 20 kudos, you don't become like an admin. You just move up and you're able to create public events. So if you are respected in your community, people trust you, they know your house is clean, you can throw events. Not if your house is clean, that the app is not going to know if your house is clean, but your neighbors will. All right, so boom, here is your dashboard. It's literally, you just select whichever chat or circle. Let me ask the agent, because I thought I called it circles. What have we called chat rooms? Have we given it a name? Have we given them a name? And once again, I'm super dyslexic, so if I sound crazy trying to process, like just know that I'm good. It's just, you know, this is who I am. Have we given them names as far as and I think this is the part of Brandon. So when people say, yo, I just jumped in the chat room or the circle, like, it has to feel and sound good. Let's see. See, I knew YouTube was going to do that. That's not my playlist, bro. So if you're feeling the background music, yeah, I created it using Suno. It's just like chill, easy vibes. It's called Lazy Sunday. So that's another project that I created and just vibe to. All right, so let's see what chat says, or Claude specifically. Did I go too far? Yes. The terminology. Okay. Let me search the code base to find out what terminology you're using for the chat rooms. Based on my search, your code base, you're using multiple terms for chat rooms throughout the app. See, this is why it's very important to check your work. Rooms, most common term used throughout the code base. Chat room, rooms, room IDs, communities. I don't like that. Community room, interest-based rooms. You have a mixed terminology approach, which is actually good for different contexts. Code rooms, onboarding communities or groups, marketing landing page, interest-based rooms, chat rooms. You might want to standardize. Okay. So I'll ask Claude, like, what would they recommend? Clarifying those. Keeping it cohesive for code and for marketing. Shout out to the warriors that is still with me on Twitter. I really, really, truly appreciate you guys. I'm just starting out with the streaming aspect and coding in public, and yeah, it means a lot, man. So make sure we are friends on Twitter, and join the community, and let's build. Let's help each other out. I feel like we're in the age of abundance, so it's no need to gatekeep anymore. Yeah, just build genuine relationships with people. I think that's super vital, man. And the more and more AI is out here in these streets, like, human interaction is going to be super valuable and super important. Hence why I built this app. So keep as rooms, code level, change to communities. But I feel like communities, all right, I'm gonna talk into I feel like using communities is already, yeah, it like expands the app more than what it is. It needs to be something more detailed and personal or hyper focused on the already community the user is in, if that makes sense. Hubs is not bad. That's really a good point. You're right. Community makes it sound like a separate, distant communities when actually the whole neighborhood is a community. Correct. And these are just conversation spaces. Ooh, Yo, do y'all remember? What was that? Clubhouse. Yo, I need a documentary on that. Could someone create a documentary on Clubhouse, the rise and fall of Clubhouse, and what went wrong? That was an interesting, very interesting platform. It was dope. It was dope until it got crazy, and then it wasn't dope. All right. Okay. Better options for your hyper local model groups. Groups seem so taboo. Circles. It's like powwow vibe. Channels. Don't know about that. Might sound too exclusive and clicky. Yeah. Maybe too generic. Yup. Feels techie, not neighborhoodly. Corners, my favorite. Haha, I like that. Spaces. Spaces. Circles or groups? My recommendation is circles or groups. Circles feels like closed off. I feel like room is good because you can enter and exit a room. Groups. Groups. I don't want to use circles. Circles feels closed off. Groups is hella generic. And I kind of want something simple. Hub sounds good, but it seems like a different app for that. So given the vibe of the app, provide me a few more recommendations. I just realized Twitter doesn't show the full vertical. Huh. Am I tripping? Guess not. Spots, porches. Porches is cool. Chats, spots. Let's see what Claude recommended. Recommendations based on the vibe. Chats did simple. Everyone gets in. Examples, browse chats. Man, that frequency feels weird. Thank you for joining. Whoever just pulled up. I'm working on what to call my chat rooms. Pros, crystal clear, what it is, simple, direct and functional. Cons, might blur with DMs, direct. Okay, I see that. Spots, casual, neighborhood, personal. Check out the family spot. Browse the neighborhood spot. Your spots. Pets, book club, foodies. That's not bad. So for the person who just joined, I'm vibe coding the neighborhood app, not to be confused with Facebook group or neighbor next door. I created an app that has guardrails from people posting about crime, theft, ring camera surveillance. This is just kind of like a light version, fun, simple, and clean. I built the PWA and I'm working on just some functional UI and features. And then I will be working on the back end. Oh, diddy. All right, so topics, definitely don't like topics. Threads, no. Porches, very neighborhood specifically in Charmin. Porch, book club porch. Pros, regional porches aren't universal. That's right, because there aren't too many porches in the city. Tables, yeah, no. Spots. The game night spot or the game night chat? Which one? Chat, help me. Should we do spots? Your neighborhood spot, family spot. Pick your spot. I'm gonna go with spots. See how that works. And if people don't like it, then you can always change it. But I'm gonna go with spots. Simple, neighborhoodly, and fits your hyperlocal vibe. Let me update the user face and text to use spots while keeping the code level as room. Perfect. Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool. Check out the parent spot, the book club spot. And while it's doing that, I'll show you guys the actual chat. So it's super simple. You can see the avatars are there. The people that are anonymous, they just are generated a username, neighbor847, Sarah Johnson. This is all mock data for now. And like I said, when I build my MVPs, always do it with mock data, just to get a good feel of how it actually looks and if it makes sense. And then if I'm rocking with it and I get a second, a third opinion, then I usually start working on the back end stuff. And simply because that stuff costs extra money, and I haven't made 10,000 MRR, at this present moment. So, I gotta keep it light for right now, unless one of you guys are investors and you see the vision and you want to throw some coin to, help me continue to build stuff, then we can do that. Shoot me a DM. we can get on that stat. So yeah, I can make money. I can make you a lot of money. Just send the details, man. Send that wire. Set it and forget it, like Alex said. Also, has Alex started to rebuild his Bugatti? I don't know if you guys have been following that, but I thought that's pretty interesting. He's like going back and forth with Bugatti on his crashed $6 million car. It's problems I'm trying to have. All right, so, let's go back. So yeah, this is essentially the vibe for our Neighbors app. I need a logo, a simple user profile. It tells you your kudos, events created, events. Oh, that should be dope. If you would attend an event, you should get kudos. I like that. Bonds. I guess that's like friends. Yeah, add like a friendship group. That'd be cool. Right. So let's see what chat did. Perfect. I've successfully updated all user-facing terminology from rooms to spots throughout the app. Sorry about that. So it was 9 total. Filter from rooms, interests. Active rooms to neighborhood spots. That's tough. I like that. All right, so user facing, what the user sees. Primary term is spots or neighborhood spots. For example, browse spots, family spot, or active spots. It sounds like a virus. um, Code level is still room IDs. That's perfect. All right, so let me see. We'll start a new agent. What are some ways users can earn kudos, and what recommendations or add-ons would you do? What would you recommend? Yeah, that's perfect. Looks like I was kicked off of. I wonder if I got banned again. They're good for doing that. Oh, I'm still live. Okay. TikTok is an interesting platform. All right. I'll help you understand the current kudos system and provide recommendations. Let me first explore the code. Based on your code base, here's a comprehensive review. So the current kudos system. Right now, you can earn kudos only in one way. And that's neighbors can give you kudos through chat interface one time per person. Okay, so only one person can give you a kudos. I like that. Displayed next to the message. So this is essentially it right here. So you can heart a message, you can reply. Kind of gives that Telegram feel or Discord. You can reply back directly to the user. You can do it that way. So you go here, or you can go Mike. You can add, which is cool too. And then for kudos, you can send. So if you, let's see. So I would give Mike Helper kudos because he says, I have a ladder. So the person goes, Sarah Johnson goes, does anyone have a ladder I can borrow? Need to change some light bulbs in high ceilings. And this is the part of the neighbor app, like the aspect of community. Like, why are we wasting money going to go buy shit that the person next door literally has and probably has a better version of what you need or what you're looking for? So again, the neighborhood app, and I think that's another reason why the economy is the way it is, because people aren't being good neighbors. You know what I mean? Like, we out here spending all this money on stuff that we can just borrow, we can use. So Sarah says, does anyone have a ladder I can borrow? I need to change some light bulbs in the high ceilings. So if Mike is a real man, what he'll do is he'll say, you know what, Sarah, I got a ladder and I'll come change the light bulbs for you. Right? That's what a real man would do. So Mike says, I have a 6-foot ladder you can borrow. DM me and you can swing by anytime today. Fire. I would give Mike a kudos for that. Right? Because Mike is being a good neighbor. So boom, that's how the kudos works. And as of right now, and that's the only way you could give kudos to your neighbor, is essentially just manually doing it in the chat. And I think that's cool because you have to freaking read what's going on. All right. Automate activity based kudos. Add automatic kudos rewards for positive behaviors. Let's see what they have. First message in the room, 1 kudo. Message gets 5 reactions. Event RSVP attendance. Okay. Creating an event that people, okay. Welcoming new members. Perfect. So kudos category types differentiate kudos by contribution, helpful for answering questions, giving advice, event host for organizing successful events, conversationalist. Oh, I like that. I like that. So maybe these could be badges. See, man, creativity breeds creativity, man. The welcomer for greeting and onboarding. This will add depth to profiles showing what kind of neighbor someone is. Fire. Yes to that. Yes. Implement this system as badges. That's so dope. The K system. Implement a system mentioning your ghost mode feature. Kudos older than six months decay. Negative behavior for good behavior. Shout out to Michael Scott. Prison Mike. Inactive for 60 days. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Kudos multipliers. Kudos given by users with 50 plus. Kudos earned in your first 30 days. Weekend event. Okay. Daily and weekly kudos caps. 5 kudos can be given per day. 10 max kudos we earn per week. Okay. Leaderboards. Add visible and gamification. Yeah, people love games. Categories. Okay. Rising stars who gain the most. Categories. Kudos milestones and badges. Expand your achievement system. First star. 1 kudos. Helpful neighbor. Community champion. Super neighbor. Neighborhood legend gets 100 kudos. Kudos giver. That's fire. All around. But I think I need to update like the kudos system. And see, this is where my crypto and NFT brain kicks in, because like I truly believe tokenization, your business and your brand is the wave, because I believe blockchain NFTs are going to be authenticity, right? It's going to be receipts. So having something duped or replicated is going to have to be verified, and only verified on the blockchain. And I feel like that is coming. I feel like that's part of what they've been working on. So when I build things, I build that with that in mind, that, you know, having a token, a community token, it doesn't have to be a chill pump and dump, you know, thing, but having a tight community token that's built within your app is going to be the difference, you know. So TBD if I'm building a kudos token. And I know someone is going to replicate and whatever, but whatever, it is what it is. Yes, implement the system and give reward users badges to identify. That sounds weird. Identify, ID, what type of neighbor the user is. kudos history analytics, but I also think why. Kudos, context for kudos. When given kudos, allow optional quick reasons, helpful, problem solver. Okay. This adds meaning and helps users understand what behavior is valued. Yo, this is like the human basics. This is the human experience, right? People love roles, they love responsibility, they love labels. And I think this is good for people to do good, right? Like, and if you're on blast for being a shitty neighbor, like that needs to be a thing, right? Kudos, notifications, celebrate achievements. I do feel let me see. I do feel based on how people earn, there should be a higher limit to unlock stuff. $20 kudos to host an event. So just saying, like, if you get 20 kudos, that, I mean, you can probably get that in a week, you know, if depends on how active your community is. And if you're a very likable person, and then it doesn't feel like it's a stretch, you know what I mean? So I want to give people, you got to work a little bit. You got to be on the platform a little bit longer. Spend some more time on the platform to get your kudos up. Shout out to everyone who is watching from whatever platform. I appreciate you guys. Be sure to give me a follow, hit a like, you know, jump in the chat. Let me know what you think. Good idea, bad idea, change this, change that. Let me know. Chat is dead. It's all good. So right now, Claude is building out the system. So it's creating an enhanced kudos system with categories, auto earning, and caps. Create badge system to identify the neighbor types. Update the thresholds throughout the code base. Increase from 20 to higher values. Create UI components for badges. And again, this is why I focus on the front end first, to get like a foundation on what the app consists of. And then when I go and ask the agent to build the back end, it has everything it needs. This is fire. And it's amazing how this just was like, all right, let's turn on the camera and just build something from scratch. Turn into a full-fledged thing. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Still don't know what I want to do for a logo. Our neighbors. Yeah, be sure to give me a follow, man. I'll definitely follow you guys back. Support what you got going on. And shout out to anyone who takes this idea and create their own version. um, I think it's fire. Like, because worst case scenario, I can just use this for my community. It doesn't have to be a global app all the time. So, if you like this idea, go ahead and create your own version of it. I'm here for that. I can't stop you anyway. So, um, yeah. So this is Our Neighbors app, and essentially, Our Neighbors app is essentially designed to foster positive interactions and real connections. Unlike other neighborhood apps, we're not focused about crime reports, surveillance. We are more so like community driven, building up the community, creating meaningful relationships, and focusing on the people that actually live on your strip, your block, your cul-de-sac, whatever it is that you live on, or live in. The app is using AI on the back end to monitor, of course, of like profanity, anything political, finance advice. Oh, I need to add that. We do not want people giving financial advice. So, unfortunately, there will not be any crypto rooms on here that can be held off the app. So the app has, they're not called rooms, they're called spaces. So it has 10 different spaces. That's 10, right? 3, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 different spaces. We have new neighbors, families, singles, game night spot, arts and craft, community spot, pet parents, book club, artists and music, and foodies. Let's check out the foodie spot. And I haven't considered allowing people to upload photos. Oh, I did. You have to have a certain amount of kudos to be able to do that. Pardon me. But each spot has 3 different categories or rooms. And that way it can kind of separate, hopefully, but you know how chat rooms goes, like people just type anywhere sometimes. But recipes and cooking, restaurant reviews, Vietnamese spot, potlucks, and food swaps. So I have another app that I'm building too. It's called Neighbor Eats, and I will do a vibe code session on that one soon. But I want to, of course, it's going to tie into Our Neighbors, so that way everything can be communal. It can be, housed for your community. And I think, again, leaning more towards how AI is rapidly growing and how companies are going to use it. And, the human interaction is going to be so freaking valuable, so valuable. And as simple as just knowing who the hell your neighbor is going to be very pivotal as we move on to 2030 and beyond. So this is why I created this app. Just forward thinking, they just hustling. Shout out to Maverick Approach. Him and his brother say that they just hustling. It's interesting. I noticed on Twitter, you guys, I don't know if you can actually see me, and it's fine. There's no need to see the creator. I actually cleaned up my desk today, so creative mess is a little less messy. So we're just right now, Claude is going to town. Just updated the kudos system. The kudos system is basically how you reward your neighbors and how you are rewarded for being a good neighbor. And Claude had this genius idea to gamify the kudos system and take it from a manual click to give a kudos. You actually earn as you do good things for the neighborhood. So Claude is doing that. Just gonna vibe out. And the app is pretty much done. Like I don't need to do anything else. Um, I can launch it today. And I would love for you guys to test it out and, be the first in your community to do it and, start earning your kudos and be the neighborhood champion, neighborhood legend, the weekend warrior. Oh, that's what I need to see how the events look. How many people are tired of Eventbrite? Golly. You know how much money I lost on Eventbrite? I feel like I spent more money on Eventbrite than actually making it from freaking events. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. Let's go. So let's see what Claude has done. Perfectly successfully implemented comprehensive enhanced kudos system. Here's what I built. Kudos categories, 6 types. Helpful, that's the person answering questions and advice. Event host for organizing. Conversationalist for active participation. A welcomer. I actually want to change those names though. They're like hella corny. Neighborhood type, users automatically get labeled, as we all do, for their kudos contribution. Specialized types, 30+% in one category shows primary strength. Well-rounded neighbor, balance across all categories. New neighbor, okay. Enhanced badge system, neighborhood legend. Community champion. I want to add a weekend warrior. Add weekend. This might be corny, but there's a lot of weekend warriors out there. All right. Community champion, 100+ event, host kudos, the welcoming committee, the party planning committee. That would be fire. Updated thresholds, higher, more meaningful. Event creation, unlimited events. Room admin eligibility. I think that needs to be higher. Verified neighbor. Okay. Still. What was that? 50 kudos for admin is way too low. Or all right. So I basically just typed in like, I think the kudos system could be more expansive to where you earning 20 kudos could be done in a week is too soon. You know what I mean? Like, definitely have to have a reason to keep the user on the platform longer. So I just asked the agent to stretch out and, reconsider how kudos are given. Okay. Also, update the user profile screen to reflect these new changes. All right, what else? Okay, so boom, boom, boom. Ready for intermediate testing. No, we're not ready yet. Oh, also, that's a thing. So also when like right here, I click into the spot or the chat, and I click on a user, it just takes me back to the spots dashboard, but it should go to the user profile. And I think, do I want a module or actual page? All right, okay. When I user I think a module would it be best? User profile module pop up or sends user to that user. And I'm gonna run this in the ask first before it just willy-nilly starts building. So that way we can kind of control or make some alterations before we have it start building. Oh shit, I am lunging. BRB. Be right back, guys. All right, fam, I am back. Ugh. So like I said, I've been working on this. My wife had flu A, whatever that is. So I'm just trying to protect my peace and my health. And I made some reishi mushroom tea that was brewing. Oh no, did my camera die? Huh. Not sure what happened to my camera. 1 second. There we go. We are back. That freaking looks like 720p though. The hell is going on there? Thank you guys for sticking around. Like I said, I've been fighting this little gooey goop, whatever is going on in our house. But here I am. Yeah, why does the camera look like that? That's super weird. We should be good now. Just had to refresh some things. Says I'm still live, so I'm not sure. Hey yo, still live on TikTok? What up? I don't know what happened to X. If you're still there, like, drop a comment in the chat. Let me know you're still locked in. Then we will continue onward. Dang, Twitter bugging out. That's how you do me, Twitter? What do you mean? Unavailable. Is Twitter down right now? The hell? All right, I'm going to keep going. I do not know what's happening with X right now. Like, I can't even find myself on there. All right. Let's check out what chat did. Great question. Let me address. I feel like this needs to go up a little bit. There we go. Great question. Let me address each of your concerns. The Weekend Warrior badge. This is a great addition. How you'd implement it. It's the badge, ID, Weekend Warrior icon. not the calendar. That's fire. I like that. Requirement, special weekend activity, active on weekends. Why? Why does it do that? Ugh. Sometimes I appreciate a mouse, but then I miss the trackpad for certain things because it doesn't do that auto scroll thing. Ugh. All right. Scroll all the way back down. All right. You need to track when users are active weekends and this award badge. Okay, so let me write that down. That's always depressing when you see how many tokens you had from a long time ago, and then like you go back to like the bull run and see if you would have kept those tokens, how much it would have been. All right, so all right, kudos threshold and time-based limits. Excellent point. You're absolutely right. Let me analyze the current system and recommend improvements. Current thresholds, too easy to game. 100%, bro. 30. So recommended threshold, ghost mode 50. What's 30 takes 4 to 6 weeks. Event creation 6 to 8 weeks. Yep. 3 to 4 months. Unlimited events. Verified neighbor. I like that. Time base, critical for retention. Maximum manual three per day. Was 5. Force quality over quantity. Sheesh. It's interesting. I'm not even following myself. I'm just trying to find myself on X to make sure I'm still alive, because I can't see it on my end. Okay, looks like I'm still there. All right. I can see. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Okay. Time-based critical gaps for retention. So max manual kudos earned per week is 7. So that's essentially 1 a day. Manual kudos earned per month is 25. I do like that. Max auto is 10. New weekly cap is 40. Minimum activity. Active admin must be active 60 days plus. Events attendant for admin. Okay, I like that. Okay, why time-based limits matter. With current system, a user could theoretically get 50 kudos in 5 weeks and become an admin too fast. Game the system with fake accounts. That's right. Leave after hidden milestones. With weekly caps, users must stay active for months. That's what we want. We want lifetime users. Shout out to whoever just joined. I am Vibe Coding, a neighbor app. It's intentionally designed to foster positive interactions and real connections. Unlike other neighborhood apps and Facebook groups, we're not about crime reports or surveillance through Ring cameras. We're essentially celebrating your community and building meaningful relationships with people who live around you. Right now, think about how many neighbors' names do you know in your apartment complex, in your cul-de-sac. And this is the real reason. With the height of AI moving rapidly, we're like the human experience and knowing who lives in your neighborhood is going to be super vital. So this is why I'm building the app. And right now I am just cleaning up some of the UI and some user experience functions and features before I start working on the back end. The app started out as a simple brainstorming session with Claude and Perplexity. You know why I chose Perplexity? It gives you like rudimental data points and citations, if that's what they're called. I'm also dyslexic, so give me some grace. And essentially built out the idea as an MVP, and then really liked the idea and started building more on it and created it to PWA. And then I said, once this is done, I want to wrap it and use Capacitor to put on App Store and Google Play. So right now, been working on just the simple stuff. Right now I'm working on the kudos. The kudos is essentially like the points you get for being a good neighbor. And before it was too easy to earn the kudos. And now I'm just chatting with Claude and expanding on how the kudos are being spent with automation on the back end. So thanks for joining. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you give me a follow so I know who you are and I can support you on your projects. All right. User profile screen. So before we didn't have a user profile screen, and let me just make this bigger so we do have people. Where's my house manners at? So what you're looking at right now is just a spot. This is AKA the chat room. And there are essentially 10 different spots for people who are joining the app. You have the new neighbors, you have families, singles, game night, arts and craft, community, pet parents, book club, artists and music, and foodies. And right now I am working on the user profile and like gamifying, incorporating badges and all of that good stuff. Let me go back to dark mode on here just to create some balance. Oh no, I thought I should have been logged in already. All right, so let me create a account on here so you guys can see it on my opposite screen real quick. Let me just breeze through this one. All right, boom. All right, there we go. And as I said before, since I'm building the PWA, like my process is to do the front end first and then work on the back end. So, and of course, there's no need to stream the back end stuff because, of course, we got keys and all that involved. So I'll stream up until that part and then come back and then we'll do a test, like a live test run. But so the app is called Our Neighbors. And now, like I said, I'm working on the user profiles and badges. So we just added the Weekend Warrior badge. Shout out, drop a one in the chat if you are the Weekend Warrior type of person. I know I flake a lot, so I need a flaky badge. Yeah. I'm going to add that. That's so petty, but it's true. You need to know who are the flaky neighbors. All right. Let me expand this so I can see. My recommendation: a hybrid approach. Okay. So before, when we were in the spots in the chat and you clicked on the user name, it takes you back to the spots dashboard. And the spots are AKA the chat rooms. So I'm working on that being fixed and deciding on if a module should pop up for the user profile or it takes you to a full page. And right now it looks like the agent is saying to utilize a hybrid approach. So it's like a tap, you see the module. How do you pronounce that word, y'all? Module. Or for a long press, you can view their full page. And the user profile doesn't show age or anything, but the app, you have to be 18 plus to use it. So that way we can kind of monitor the goofiness that goes on, that people do. Not everybody, but you know what I'm talking about. All right, summary changes. Okay, I want to add the flaky. So I love those new changes. I also want to add one more badge for the flaky neighbor. Intentionally the neighbor who says they can commit to something and then bail. So that could be the neighbor say, hey, I can drop off the pancake mix and they don't do it, or they RSVP for an event and they don't show. So I would love to have the flaky neighbor badge to be created. Also, as far as badges goes, I would only want to show one badge at a time, and as the neighbor levels up, their badge changes. Or we can do it as like how Discord goes and shows multiple badges. What are your thoughts? Oh man, how do you create a playlist? I'm tired of the songs just going to whole different channels. I want to listen to what I want to listen to. Guess I need to create an actual playlist. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Once again, I am Jamil, and this is my brand, A Creative Mess, where I do things in public. And, you can learn from what I do. You take some ideas. You can provide some feedback, because I'm learning as I go. All right, let's check out what Claude has sent us. Excellent question. Let me break down both ideas. The flaky neighbor badge is a red flag. This is fascinating but risky. Let me analyze it. The concept: track users who RSVP but don't show up to events and no show rate. Commit to help to tasks in the chat but don't follow through. Say I'll drop off X but never do. Major concerns. Yes, this is a negative badge. Yep. Public shaming could drive users away entirely. Yep. Designed philosophy. Who is that? How you pronounce that, y'all? Conflict. Your current system is a positive and reinforcement. Earn badges for good behavior. That's true. Option 1, hidden reputation score recommended. Don't show the badge, but track reliably internally. I love that. Behavior correction without public shame. Yep. See, God dang it. This thing does have a heart. Or it's just logically thinking. User can see own score and improve. I love that. So that was option 1. Let's go option 1 on that. Badge strategy: single, progressive versus multiple badges. Let me compare both approaches. Single is a level up system. One badge shows the highest tier. Progression is a newcomer, friendly neighbor, trusted neighbor, community champion, neighborhood legend. Clear hierarchy, simple to understand, clean UI, universal comparison, mobile friendly. Hides specialization, okay, less personal, ignores diversity, best for simple gamification, okay, option B, Discord style. Multiple badges, community champion, event master. I feel like that shows your accolades. That's not like a bad idea. Shows personality, celebrates diversity, more engaging, richer profiles. Can feel cluttered, harder to compare who's better, isn't obvious, takes up more space. Okay, the hybrid approach. Combine progressive, level, and specialty badges. Primary level, level 3, trusted neighbor, secondary badges. I love that. Yep. Okay, I love all of that. Let's implement it. But instead of creating a reliable neighbor, let's do the back end where the neighbor can actually see the stats of their reliability. I think that is super dope. And for the badge, let's go to hybrid approach, and all the previous updates and changes you made prior to this one, let's implement all. I feel like my camera is just stuck. What's up with that? showing this stuff. Check. Thank you for the newcomers who just joined, but I am vibe coding an app. My camera has been frozen, so it's not like it's a big deal, but basically I've created a mobile app for neighbors, and to not be confused with like Neighbor Next Door or a Facebook group. This app is more centered for building and uplifting your community versus reporting crime and theft and all the negative things we see in, group apps or chats. And right now, I am working on the reward system. So the gamification piece of the app, the points are called kudos, and I'm just working within. Oh, I have to change it to agent mode. I'm working in Cursor. So part of my workflow is, of course, idea, pen and pad. You go from there to, I go to Perplexity, get some statistics and some valuable information, take that, throw it into ChatGPT for a more creative, roundabout way of, formulating my idea. And then I ultimately use Claude Code to actually build out and start coding. And for the IDE, I use Cursor. And, if I'm deploying to both Android and iOS, I use Expo EAS to set up. So yes, I do have a lot of subscriptions. But yeah, so I would say I'm pretty much about like 60% to 70% done on this app. Part of my building process is using or creating the front end first before diving into the back end development. I did not go to school for coding. Basically learned YouTube University, and of course with these amazing tools, my brain can comprehend and understand, what CSS and, the functions are, but I couldn't write code merely by myself. So I'm not pretending to be an expert. I don't want to be an expert. Just utilizing the tools. I'm also dyslexic, so, reading and visually, speaking imperatives like kind of gets to me sometimes, but if I can do it, there's, you guys are way smarter than I am. So I just create shit that I think is cool, and I think that would be helpful. And this is why I've created this app. And here to continue to grow. Bro, what's up my camera though? Can we talk about that? Damn, I don't want to delete it because... One second, y'all. See, sometimes I do miss having like a DSLR. I'm using the Osmo Pocket right now, and I'd rather just use like a capture card or a USB-C. I'm using a USB-C right now, but it's super finicky. Yeah. Damn it. All right, so just going to keep going. um, so right now I had to switch over to agent mode to implement these changes, and I just did. So, um, no signal. Yeah, no clue what's going on. Now my second monitor is not even working. Whatever. Whatever. You guys can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can still hear me. You can hear some tunes. All right, so we got sound. You guys can still see what I'm doing. So as you can see, the room or the spot, the chat room, super clean, simple. The way you can reward people again, you can. Oh, so that's new. That looks tacky. I do not like that. Yeah, that looks weird. Okay, so before you can just hit kudos and it will manually create a kudos star for them. But now it has the module that pops up, which is good. So let's see. Sarah Johnson. Hi, everyone. Just moved to the neighborhood from last week from Chicago. Excited to meet y'all. So neighbor X40 847. And the reason why the name is 847 is because you can join anonymously or you can go public. When you go anonymous, it takes time to build trust. So like you can't switch. You have to like earn going public. And for some people that could be cool. Like you could be living in a neighborhood with a famous person. They might not want you to know who they are, but you know, they could be very supportive. They could donate. They could, just make shit happen. So, yes, you can go public or you can be anonymous. So neighbor 847 says, welcome, Sarah. Been here 5 years. Happy to answer any questions. So I wouldn't necessarily give this person kudos. I mean, they're okay. Let's say I do, right? I could give him a welcome, right? A welcome in one, right? So I'll give bro kudos for that. And then it'll auto populate here. It will show. And what I'm working on the side is to create badges. So like if neighbor 847 is a welcoming neighbor, it'll say, welcoming neighbor. All right. So next is Alex Thompson. New to the area too, moved in 2 weeks ago. Anyone know which day trash pickup is? Which is a very important thing, right? And it looks like bro or sis is replying. Trash is Wednesday mornings, recycling every other week, put bins out by 7 a.m. So bro's crushing it, right? So maybe I wasted the kudos here and probably should have gave it to him here. But either way, it registers that this person is helpful, right? So, and I think it's limited. I have to figure out how many kudos you can give in a day, because you just don't want to be out here. You get a kudos. You get a kudos. We don't want to do that, right? Yeah, Claude's still doing this thing over here. All right, so pardon me. That was for new neighbors. Let's check out game night, because I'm pretty sure most of you guys that are tuned in now on here, you guys are pretty much nerds. I feel like nerds is on X, and political people and people trying to grift. But if you've been here and you've been chilling, I'm consider you a nerd, or maybe you are here to just copy everything I'm doing and grift it, but whatever. So each spot has a couple different rooms. This one I built, and the rooms too, you can't create any more rooms. I created what I thought and what Claude, recommended for the rooms. The groups should be, and I'm leaving it at that, because if we give people access to create, it'll be a hot mess, and I don't want it to be overwhelming how Discord can be. And definitely don't want it to be mayhem like Telegram. So it's regulated, and it's regulated for a purpose, to keep some cohesiveness of the neighbors, and it's not out of whack. So let's go to watch parties. So Sophie goes movie night this Friday, watching a new Marvel film. Well, that sounds fun. Pizza at 7. Can we choose something other than this? Food at 7, movie at 8. I'm a little why isn't my thing working right now? All right. Hopefully the camera is working. Oh, that looks crazy. This should do, right? You see? This should be better. All right. Setup looks back to normal. Appreciate you guys and your patience and understanding. We should be good now. All right. Where did we leave off? All right. So it looks like Claude has finished the implementation. Let's restart browser. Your enhanced Kudo system is live. What I've implemented is higher thresholds for better retention. Ghost unlock is 50, event creation 75, takes about 11 weeks. Admin eligibility 5 months, give or take. So I feel like that's a little too high. All right. Hopefully that is good real estate. All right. So like I said, just enhance the reward system. Sticker caps, anti-gaming, okay. Reliability tracking. It has in quotes, it's my favorite. I'll take that. User sees their private stats, attendance rate, percentage of RSVPs attended, no-show count, days active, consequences. All right. Hybrid badge. All right, so we'll get to that point. Weekend warrior for most active on the weekends. Reliable neighbor. I told it not to do that. All right. So now I need to figure out. So it missed. See, one crisis at a time, y'all. Because I feel like it missed the whole part about the user model. It like showed it at one point, and then now I don't see it. User profile, okay. So I'm just checking to see if it actually did this part. So create a reliable neighbor. Okay. So I'm not seeing the tap the username to go to the model or the full profile page. It's probably hard reset. Once again, thank you guys for hanging out, getting some ideas. Hopefully this fuels your creative juices to just freaking do it. Just fucking create. Don't wait. If you have time, like whatever pops up in your mind, just create it visually. See if it works. So it looked like it didn't even do it. I knew I wasn't tripping, but I thought I saw it for like a brief second. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna open the terminal. Then run npm. So it looked like it just needed a hard reset. Do you guys have any recommendations on the best iMac to get? All right, so I'm going to sign in. Oh, geez. Invalid password. Come on, bro. All right, I'll just create a new account. So I'll fake data anyway. All right, so for those who just joined, simple onboarding process, pretty cool. You're able to, this is generic shit, so no need to explain this. But since it's neighborhood focused, it will be geo-fenced, and like your GPS will basically confirm your location of where you live. I guess people will finesse it either way, but for people who aren't finessers, it will basically just tag you based on your location. 19103. So like before, like I said, you can join anonymously or you can go public, but we're just going to go public. Hey, yo, something's missing here. I wonder. Are we missing the public? Oh shit. Did it send? So before we had the option to go public or use an anonymous display name. See, you gotta check these fools, man. I knew I wasn't tripping. The current screen is an anonymous checkbox. Listen, looking at the onboard choice. Step 3. Yes. Would you like me to check the current onboard? Yes. Check, verify, and fix. Yeah, so here on this part of the module, you should be able to check Go Public or use an anonymous display name. But I think that anonymous display name should still be an option for public or ghost mode. So we'll see. Okay, profile visibility step is fully implemented onboarding process. Found an issue to sign up has a simple, ghost mode choice currently. Yeah, fix that, bruh. How's the vibes? How is the vibes? Apparently, East Coast is supposed to be, well, the world, not the world. The East and Midwest is supposed to get slammed by a crazy snowstorm this weekend. It's interesting to me. And I'm not even gonna go there. I'll let that go. Focus on code. Focus on code. Focus on code. So right now the agent is just rebuilding the pages for the onboarding. Let's do light mode. I feel like it's harder to see on camera. Shouldn't be too bad. I guess let me swap this out real quick. I feel like I'm about to be doing the most. Sorry guys, my creative brain is just moving again. I feel like you guys should be able to see the second screen. That should be good. All right. Are we done here? So changes made, updated the sign up. Yeah, we should be good, hopefully. Updated the sign up, updated the off context, updated the onboard form. Okay. So what the users see now, how would you like to participate? You can change this later. All right, so let's restart this. Oh, this shit didn't even change. uh, so it's cursor. It's the dock, right? I don't want the wallpaper. Oh boy. So what is this one? Oh, okay. Yeah, clearly don't know what I'm doing over here in Streamlabs. Essentially just trying to show the other screen up here, but I feel like it's clearly a user error. Sources. Share a specific window, right? Share monitor. There we go. That'll do it. All right, I promise I got it this time. And I know this is shit you probably should do before you start streaming, but whatever. It's okay to change your mind, people. Just want to show y'all what I'm working on. All right. So the forum should be public profile, full name, avatar. Wait, what? Okay. Let's fill this out. Yikes, the year 3000. That's wild. 1, 2, 3, 5. There we go. That's it right there. All right. Connect with your neighbors and build community. How would you like to participate? Choose your privacy level. You can change this later. I got a feeling people are going to choose this and think they can instantly change it. But I guess, that's on them. See, how does this look? Dark mode. Oh, that's fire. I like that. All right, so we're going to go public. That's a full name and avatar. Creates events and DMs immediately. No, you don't. So we got to fix that. The user needs to earn kudos. And guys, let me know, what do you think about the user dashboard, like the rooms? Is it too bulky? Does it look weird? What are your thoughts? Give your boy some feedback. Oh, that sounded crazy. All right, looks like agent is done. I want to name my agent. I'll give it a name. Perfect, all fix. Before, which was incorrect. Public profile was the full name and avatar visible. Creates events and DMs immediately, which was wrong. Build reputation. So that is accurate. What are kudos? Okay, perfect. Yes. Earn 50 kudos to unlock all features. How it works, both modes start with basic access. Earn kudos by being super helpful and to unlock features like event creation. Ghost mode unlocks fully at 50 kudos. Okay, so we're going to go public. Okay. Was thinking, should we have like a check? Yeah, let's have a check. Add what do you want? Add a checkbox for the by. Let's just put that in quotes. By signing up. So that way they can't say, I ain't see that. You physically have to check it. There are still humans out here in this world. I wonder, can you change your avatar? Oh, you can. That's fire. I feel like the module is a little gimmicky. Oh, go back. Why is it showing that? Okay, that's the... Gotta fix that. So I'll start a new agent for that. I'm basically gonna fix the avatar. I wonder why it does that. All right, let's just select this first. Let's go sunset. All right, there we go. All right, so agent is working on creating a checkbox for the legal terms and condition. Let's see, cannot process the sign up unchecked. Boom, boom, boom. Perfect. User experience. Step 4, user selects public or ghost, selects the checkbox. I agree to terms of privacy. Must check the box to complete sign up. Okay, I like that. All right, so let's re-sign up. I do miss the keyboard that has the numbers on the right side. That's what I learned on. That's what I was used to. Uh, all right, so this was the part that needed to be fixed. How would you like to participate? We're going to participate public. If you go ghost mode, you essentially have to stay in ghost mode until you earn 50 kudos. How it works, both modes start with basic access. Earn kudos by being helpful to unlock features like event creation. Um, Essentially, like, the whole app is like pushed to be a good neighbor and do good deeds. So we're gonna hit agree to terms. Let's check and see if it pops up. All right, so I don't want that to happen. I don't want to go completely away from the sign up form. But this is good though. At least we do have that. But now I can't even. Okay, so I hit back. Yep. So that's gotta fix that. Just go back. Why do people? That's personal. I'm not even going to talk about that. All right. Golly. All right. So we just want to make sure the terms and conditions is a module pop up, so that way the user doesn't have to leave the sign up process, because I had to leave, and then when I went back, it took me all the way back to the beginning, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to screenshot it, throw it over here in chat. When user taps terms, what's the difference from a module and a pop-up? That should be good. It should understand to have a scroll feature, so that way it's not just stuck on a particular section. It's smart enough to do that. And I kind of want to update. I think we did update. I need to actually push. I know we made all these changes, but I want to push it to the live demo site, so that way I can actually see it on the top screen. Because like you're looking at Sarah Johnson right now as the demo, but we've enhanced the user profile section, and I actually want to see what that looks like. I guess I can see it once I log in on localhost. So amazing how far behind. Oh, there we go. We're up to date. Three-hour strong. Man, time goes by super fast when you're just that flow state. I haven't even really hit a flow state. But this is the life of a entrepreneur slash vibe coder. Get it in. So right now the agent is building the module slash pop-up for the terms and conditions essentially. So that way the user doesn't have to leave the onboarding process to go to a different page to read and then come back. And before, when I did that and came back to the form, it started completely over. So just want to avoid that. And, you know, onboarding is very important. I'm sure you guys know, you guys and girls know. You can lose people that can make and break, you know, the success of your app if onboarding is too much or janky. All right, so let's try it now. All right, moment of truth. I agree to terms of service and privacy policy. Hey, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Clean. See, I knew it would automatically. Now let's see if it does it pop up. Oh, and it registers for dark mode. Perfect. Great work, Claude. Boom. All right, so let's sign up. This is my favorite part of the app. I don't know why. It's so tedious, but I mean, not tedious. It's so just basic, but I like it. I'm actually going to have Claude redesign the avatar part. Okay, I'm interested in revamping and making a cleaner UI for customize your avatar. Keep the avatars that we have, but recreate the process and the flow of it to make it cleaner and better looking. Oh, probably should have asked. Okay. So the good thing is he's like, yo, fool, I'm in ask mode. I can't even make it in ask mode, but let me first examine what you have. And then we are going to commit and push git so that way our changes can be updated to the live demo site, and we will start a new agent. All right, so let's see what bro recommended. Current system overview, 92 total avatars across 7 different styles. And those who don't know, I'm using DiceBear for my avatars. And I think that's a cool way. I didn't want to incorporate regular pictures. just because it kind of looks weird. Like, not weird, it's just that, you know, people can catfish, and, you know, people take bad pictures. Like, just want to keep the app clean and uniform. So that's why I chose to use the avatars for the PFPs. 35 backgrounds, 12 solid, 12 gradients, 3 patterns, 2-step carousel process. Pick avatar, choose background. 1 at a time navigation. So yeah, that's tedious. Current issues: slow browsing. Clicking through 92 avatars, one pipe is tedious. No overview. Can't see multiple options at once. No filtering. Okay, yep. My recommendation is a modern UI approach. This is why I wanted it to do that. Because as you can see here, like, this is the click-through process. Like, this is tedious. Like, this is annoying. It's like, I like it, but I gotta keep in mind, like, people probably is like, what the hell is this shit? All right, so we're getting away from this system. Option 1, the most modern: customize your avatar, all adventure. So you're able to see them all with a live preview. That's actually dope. Okay, yeah, we don't want to scroll through all 90. Split panel, that's optimized for desktop. So I think the agent's going to recommend the hybrid. Option 3, okay, that's hybrid plus grid. It's the carousel plus grid. Implement these features. Okay, that was our step. Boom. Okay, so would you like? Yes. So this is going to be the last request for this agent, and then I'll move on to a different agent. Yes, let's go. Now, once I hit and wrap the app in capacitor, I wonder, when you make changes to the PWA, it automatically affects the mobile version. I'm actually going to go grab some tea, some hot tea. Oh no, Discord. Let's get that out the way. My fault, Discord. All right, BRB.
Most people don't know that you can get a domain from Squarespace, not just a website. But you're not most people, because now you know you can get a domain from Squarespace. Something like velvetchords.com for your music studio, or kidchords.com for your middle school band camp. Whatever your dream, Squarespace is how you make it happen, all under one roof. Get yours before it's gone with offer code MAKEITREAL for 10% off your domain or website. Terms and conditions apply.
Check, check, check. We are back. We got some tea. Oh man. Pardon me. How we doing? How we doing? Vibe still going? Let's check out the vibes. Nope. Interstellar. I knew this was going to happen. I mean, I don't dislike other people's vibes, but why not just play your own ish? This mix is pretty cool. It's like some trap soul, trap R&B. All right, let's check out and see what we got. Oh, let's commit and push first. Start a new agent. So, got my tea, my Keep Portland weird mug. I love Portland. That's where my heart is. Let's see. All right, commit and push get. Get. And then we'll start working off of that agent right there. So let's go back. Let's go back up. Boom. All right, so perfect, all done. I've completely revamped the avatar customization UI with a modern and cleaner design. Here's what I built. We're gonna stop the current tabs. All right, new avatar customization UI. Complete overview. We have major improvements, grid layout instead of carousel. Before it was a 1x1 tedious for 92 avatars. After is a 3x4 grid showing 12 avatars at once. Much faster browsing experience, which is perfect. We want to save time for people onboarding. Category filtering. We have 7 style filters. We have all, adventure, natural, big smile, Dylan. Oh yeah, Dylan is its own thing. Pixel art, open peeps, and Micah. Shows the count for each category. Oh, that's perfect. How do you pronounce this? Pagination? 12 avatars per page with dot indicators. Previous was next, navigation buttons, jump to page, blah, blah, blah. Real-time panel. Preview on the right side of the desktop shows the selected avatar, blah, blah, blah. The background selection improvements, category tabs, 12 solids, 12 gradients, 3 patterns. So 4x3 layout, smooth animations, more mobile responsive. All right, so here it just shows the layout of it. So step 1 is choose the avatar. Step 2 is choose the background. Okay, I love that. All right, boom. So this is just basically, so feature enhancement ideas. If you want to take it even further, you can add rename, note. Ooh, I do like the random. Avatar preview and chat as you select it. So we're gonna have them. We're gonna have it do a random button, and I don't know what avatar preview and chat. I don't know what that means, but we're gonna have it create that. And then let's hop over here to Netlify to see if the project has deployed from the repo. Yes, sir. Let's check that joint out. So the landing page can use some work. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little, yeah. We're going to get start. We're going to start for free. We need the delete. So the delete feature is very, very weak. So definitely I'm going to fix that right now. What is the current user delete account process? Is it missing anything? And I'm gonna stick around for like another 15 minutes, y'all. And yeah, just hop back on a different day. I need to set a schedule for myself so that way it's consistent, so I can build my own community. All right, so I'm having it check on the user account delete function. Okay, so let's create an account. And again, I do highly recommend building the front end first for your apps before you start diving into trying to do both at the same time. Me personally, I like to build it out first and then connect the pieces on the back end. Oh no, buddy. This is still using, yeah, that's the old form. We hard refresh this thing. There we go. And I left it open for people to put their full name. I mean, first name should do. Switch it up real quick. So we're going to go public. Let's check out these terms. Privacy policy. Hit sign up. All right, moment of truth. Let's see what happened on this side first. All right, so both features are now live. Here's what I've added. The random avatar button surprised me. That's dope. Header with sparkles icon instantly picks and randomize the avatar and chooses a random background. Automatically advances the background step to show the result. Boom, I love that. Boom. So how it works, user clicks surprise me. The system randomly selects 92 avatars. The system randomly selects from 35 backgrounds. It automatically shows you the result in step 2, so it skips a step. You can keep clicking for different combos. Styling purple gradient background with purple border. Sparkles icon for fun appeal, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The chat preview. This is what I was curious about. What it does, it shows real-time preview of how your avatar looks in the actual chat. Updates instantly as you hover over the background. Okay. So location, how it looks. Okay. Word. Small avatar, background in the chat, your name, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and it just gives you the design features. Okay, boom. All right, so that's enough for that agent. Let's check out all right, so let's actually create using the new updated module. Oh, I like that. That's clean. But I still don't understand why it shows the blue. That's not a good screenshot. Yeah, that'll work. In the choose your avatar section, when you click on the avatar, it shows the avatar within a circle with a blue background. And then the background of the actual color is in the back. Why is the blue background visible where the avatar head is? Oh boy, that was intense. All right, so let me just go here, screenshot it, and then send it. Because that just looks weird, because it's like, oh, will my avatar have this blue background plus the purple, we don't want that. But to save time, since I'm only here, that has to be fixed too. So we can't leave that agent yet. The model has some flaws. Modern approach. So when you select the, I'll be looking over here real quick. Also, when you select the tab, the filter, the tab, you can't see the text. We're going to run npm run dev to open up in the browser. All right, so it knew exactly what I was talking about. I see the issue. The avatar component is rendering with its circular background, the blue ring, which is placed on top of the gradient preview. You want just the avatar directly on the gradient. Yeah, man, that's exactly what I want. Thank you for getting me, for understanding me. Perfect, fixed. Here's what I did to solve the problem. The avatar component was rendering with its circular background style in the large preview area. Created a double background. Yup. So it changed. Yup, the preview. Perfect. Cool. All right, next problem is the module was, you're absolutely right. The selected tab has white text on white light background, making it invisible. Let me completely monetize the module design. Perfect, thank you. I'm gonna open this bad boy up, and then we'll finish out with a commit and push to the main site. But let's just follow through here and check it out. So that was the blue background. I like these ones. Which one is that? Adventure Natural. I like those. All right, avatar selected. Yup. Oh, that's fire. I like the berry. Continue. Bada bing, bada boom. That was fire. All right, let's see if it's updated here. Here AI goes with the gradient. I didn't ask for that. Oh man. I don't want to go too crazy on the user profile. It shouldn't be that crazy. But I know once we start doing events, the user profile has to have the because I want to do events built in. I don't want to go outside for events, like another app. All right, perfect. The module is completely redesigned. Let's go. Let's check this drone out. Need to fix that delete feature, delete account. Okay, yup. The account deletes instantly with one click. Yeah, we definitely don't want that. Yes, we're gonna plan. Yes. Deletion. Build front end first and set up for back end. And again, I'm going to use Supabase for the back end. All right, so let's check out the new redesigned. Just going to sign out. I'm actually going to commit and push. Only got 3 minutes left here. Commit and push. Good. This is going to be a fun app. I can honestly see myself using this and being able to build with my next door neighbors, because I don't like 2 neighbors down. I don't know. I know the neighbor in front, to the right, to the left, and cat a corner both ways. So, but beyond that, those 5 houses, I couldn't tell you. Oh, and then 1 more house down. So six houses. I know the names, neighbors, and have like a slight idea of what they do. I think that's a good start. I don't know the whole block, but that's a good start. That's a real good start. And shoot, the one house all the way at the top of the street, I don't even know what they look like. How about that? If I seen them in a grocery store, I would walk right by them and not know that they are my neighbor. So this is why this app is important, man. So we're gonna create an account. So after this, I'm gonna go ahead and log off. I did enough for today on this app. The work still continues, but as far as streaming, I'm just gonna call it good for right now. So I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for spending some time with me. You could have been doing anything else for these 3 hours, but you were locked in. I hope this fueled your ideas and your creativity to want to build something and just do it. Get yourself a subscription to, Claude, Cursor, whatever you use. Just fucking build, man. Do it. It's nothing in your way. All right, so hey, cleaner avatar. This is terrible though. What is this, bro? What is this? Hey, yo. All right, so clearly you still got some issues here with the module, and yeah, I'll work on that off camera, and when I come back, we'll be able to do like a complete run through of the demo. I'll have back end everything done by that, and then it's just like push and ship. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Jamil.dev. Never went to school for dev training, learned Freelance and YouTube University. And I look forward to continue to foster a good community of people that are interested in this type of stuff and people that are willing to learn with no experience. So I appreciate you guys. Have a great day. And create something messy.